Let's go.
Alright. You know, this is the part where we're supposed to talk.
Yes. This is the part where we say hi. So hi, everyone.
Hi, I'm Joe, and this is...
Strife.
Okay. And this is his first playthrough of Super Metroid, and so being inspired by the Runaway guys, I told him I would play along with him and kind of guide him through it whenever he got stuck. And so that's what we're doing today. We're both recording on separate systems, and we're going to be uploading. I don't know why I'm talking about the upload. I mean, if you're watching this at this point,
We have uploaded.
We already
Yeah.
have uploaded. And we were discussing whether or not we were going to cut the intro or not, and we decided to leave it in because, well, we could talk over it, pretty much.
I mean, it's just what people do, right? You talk over the intro.
Yeah.
Nobody actually pays attention to the intro.
So
They
Strife,
do it.
when was your first time playing Super Metroid?
The first time I ever played it, probably a couple of years back. I don't really remember, but I've never had a cartridge of the game or anything, so it's always been through emulation.
Oh yeah, I haven't either. My first time playing was high school, somewhere around there. Back in somewhere around late 90s, early 2000s.
Okay.
That was my first time through.
I'm pretty sure for me it was well after I got out of high school. I think maybe 2011 would be my first exposure to the game, really, outside of tales about it on the internet. I'm not really all that familiar with the Metroid series in general. Like, I know I have the gist of it, but I don't know a lot of the plot details, to be honest. My understanding is that this is a sequel to the NES game, probably even a direct.
This is actually a sequel to the Game Boy game, technically.
Oh, that's right. Return of Samus.
Yeah, and technically, I guess now after all the other Metroid stuff, this is a sequel to the Prime games at this point.
Yeah.
The Metroid timeline's now kind of convoluted.
I do remember hearing that Fusion is the last game in the timeline thus far.
Currently, yeah.
And I actually own Fusion on a cartridge, but that's another one I haven't beaten. One of several Game Boy Advance games, actually.
From my understanding, I think the original Metroid game on the NES, I think is the first, but I'm not sure. It might be Prime. I think the Prime series might be the first now because they are named Prime. But anyway, effectively, you've got stuff happening in the Prime series. You've got stuff happening in the original Metroid, and then you've got the Metroid 2, and anyway. Yeah, like you said, Fusion comes last. So one of the interesting things is the recurring villains and whatnot, like Mother Brain and Ridley are in a lot of these games.
Mother Brain and Ridley I've heard about, as well as the Space Pirates,
oh, yeah.
which, oh, good lord, what happened here?
I thought you'd played this before.
I have. I still wonder that every time I go through there. I mean, like,
well,
I know
in the intro, the station
I know it
was
says
attacked.
that it's under attack, but like,
Yeah.
who exactly was here besides
Ridley.
somebody we're gonna see in a minute? Yes.
Yeah. Well, they're already seeing it now. I mean, I kind of got ahead of you.
Yeah. All right.
So
really.
then the question is, do you actually want to fight him, or you just want to progress? Because this is actually a unwinnable fight technically.
Oh, so it just ends when you take enough damage?
Yeah, and when you drop below like 25, I think he just flies away. But
Well,
it is possible to do enough damage to him to make him drop the baby, and then he'll grab it again and fly away.
Interesting.
No, it's okay. It's below 30 when you drop below 30. So if you just run into him again,
Okay. Yeah, here we go.
You'll see speedrunners all the time. They'll just hang out on the right side of the screen, basically, keep jumping into him, and then take off as soon as the doors open.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And
okay.
it's just out of habit. I shoot the doors in the station, even though they open automatically. So I don't know why. The rest of the game gets you in the habit of shooting doors to open them.
Gotcha.
So,
well, this is an interesting sequence, having to escape from the intro area. I do remember my understanding is that there's some kind of escape.
Gets me every time.
There's some kind of escape sequence at the end of the first Metroid, and you're on a time limit after you defeat the final boss.
Yeah. never actually played the original. I've seen some playthroughs. That's about.
Not even Zero Mission?
Did not play Zero Mission either.
Okay.
The only Metroid games I've ever played, aside from this one, are the Prime series and Other M.
Oh, okay. It's weird. I have the GameCube version of Prime.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't beaten that one either. Haven't even played that far into it.
Yeah. All right. So something I want to point out before we get too far into Zeb's or Zebus or however they pronounce the name of this dang planet nowadays, is that I'm not going to be taking the route I normally take. I'm actually going to be following Strife's route. So wherever he goes, that's where I'm going to go. That way...
Which will be hard to do, seeing as I'm a little bit behind you.
No, I stopped and I let you get caught up. I'm just
Okay.
sitting here on the ship.
Well, let's see.
That way, whenever he gets stuck, I'll be in the same spot he's in and be able to...
Go that way.
I'm just going to chill here on the ship for a second.
Running.
Alright.
Okay, guess go left to progress this time.
Yeah, this isn't Mario.
Ha! When all else fails, go right. Not in this game.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is one of the interesting things about this one in particular. The original Metroid game starts you out. Well, you'll see in a second. A lot of people who might be watching this probably already know. Whoops! I said I was going to go where he went, but I actually wasn't paying attention. He stopped and detoured into an area
Can't
he
go
can't
there.
go. Yeah. So.
Yeah, sorry.
Anyway, the
I don't really remember the paths all that
so where we
well.
are now,
What
this is
little I do
actually
know.
the escape tunnel from the original Metroid.
Oh wait, really?
Yes, this that we're falling through right now. This is the ending of the original Metroid, because there's a door at the bottom of the shaft here.
Yeah, I know. I'm having trouble falling.
Yeah, just hang the right wall the whole way. Anyway, through this door, this is Mother Brain's tank.
Oh.
This is where she was.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Huh.
and that's all these little walls and whatnot here were the Zebatites in the first game that you have to break to get to her.
So basically, does the whole game take place on this planet? Basically, so you're revisiting the area,
Yeah,
the world from the
planet,
first game.
Planet Zebus actually was originally a Chozo planet according to the lore, and this is where Samus grew up. But sometime Mother Brain was actually a creation of the Chozo, supposedly. And,
here we go.
Was like the central AI of the planet, more or less.
Oh.
Yeah. Now, where we get the morphing ball, that little elevator just to the right, that's actually the starting location
What the heck?
of the original Metroid.
Oh wow.
Just shoot that little block and roll out.
Rolling.
Yeah. Or you can try to be cool and jump out. But... Alright, so anyway, like I said, this is actually where the original Metroid starts, and the original Metroid starts by sending you to the right, like Mario would. And that's pretty much where the original Metroid ends with this game, because none of the rest of the rooms in this game resemble the original Metroid, to the best of my knowledge.
Gotcha.
Mostly due to the fact that the original Metroid, in order to, I think for data compression on the cart or something, or the way they had to program it, the original Metroid alternates horizontal room, vertical room, horizontal, vertical for like almost the entire game.
Oh, right. This got me for a while.
Missile doors.
Yep.
Pink door takes 5 missiles or 1 super missile.
Yeah. And that had me confused for a while when I first attempted to play through this game, because I thought, well, okay, what the...
The idea is those are supposed to be like security cameras or something, detecting your presence, and that's why the enemies suddenly show up when we get back up top. And before you leave this room, I want you to check my screen for a second. There is a secret right there. Yeah.
Oh, which I can't get to.
Which you can't actually get to normally. Yeah. It is insanely hard to make that jump this early in the game, and if you spin jump, you are definitely not going to make it. It's possible to do if you have like some perfect jumping skills and whatnot. It's possible to do like some sort of crouch jump thingy or something to get up there. I'm not really sure how to pull it off.
Oh, that's creepy. I just noticed the heads looking towards Samus.
Now another thing is after you get the bombs, you can come back there and bomb jump to it and get it early if you want. But I'm only gonna do it if you do it.
Okay.
And at this point, I'm gonna fast forward my gameplay a little bit just to catch up to where he is. Most of this fast forwarding that elevator. And the space pirates in the first room, they died of one hit from anything.
Oh well, that's good.
Yeah.
It's interesting how the music
to
suddenly.
That vertical shaft, they die from one hit.
It's interesting how the music suddenly gets tense. Like, oh, space pirates, they're here.
Yeah.
How'd they find me? Oh,
right. That's
cameras.
Yeah, the cameras. Curses. There's me failing wall jumping.
I'm not good at ascending this thing. Wait, you can wall jump right from the beginning?
Yeah, you can wall jump the moment the game starts if you know.
If you can
you
do
know
it
how.
right.
Yeah. And wall jumping in Super Metroid is a little bit different than a lot of later games would teach you how to wall jump. Like when Mario wall jumps in the 3D Mario games, you want to hold against the wall and then hit jump. But with Super Metroid, what you actually want to do, and I'm going to go into slow-mo for a second to show this off, and Strife, if you want to watch, Grizzard, I'm going to show you in slow-mo exactly how a wall jump works. You first get a spin jump going, and when you touch the wall, you press away from the wall, and you see Samus turn around for a second there, and position her feet against it. That is pretty much when you jump.
Okay.
So, wow, I can't get a spin jump going to show you. So as always.
Okay, I got it. I got it. Is it required?
Wall jumping is
game?
not required at any point in the game, really. It's just mostly for sequence breaking and whatnot is useful, and it is a useful skill to learn just for various parts of the game. It can make your life easier if you learn it.
I'm gonna attempt to practice it as I go throughout this then.
Yeah, there are really no advanced techniques that are required to complete the game. And if you get good enough at wall jumping, you can climb a single wall pretty much all the way up just by wall jumping and turning, redirecting yourself back to the same wall.
Okay. More enemies.
Yeah, and these guys die in one hit as well. So.
By the way, I will let you know when we get to the farthest I've ever seen in the game.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and advise you to ignore that red door right there. There's really nothing beyond it.
Okay.
That's worth having. I think it's the.
Well, I want to see what's behind.
I think it's the map room or something. That's
beyond.
the save room.
Oh, that's the. Okay. Huh. All this time, I've never figured out where the first save room was.
No.
Well, so I had every time I reattempted to start the game, I had to do it from the very beginning.
Wow.
And as you might imagine, that puts
you
a
can
big
also
dent
save on
in
the
my.
ship as well. Technically, the ship is the first save room.
Oh, okay. But as you might imagine, that puts a bit of a
Chris,
dent
failing a wall jump
in my willpower to
Indeed.
to keep playing the game.
Yep.
So I'm hoping this will help me a lot.
Anytime you guys see me suddenly stop moving, as basically I'm looking over at Strife's playthrough or Strife's screen and seeing where he is and waiting for him to catch up.
Yeah.
All right, so first boss coming up here, which is really not so much a boss. It's actually rather pathetic, but whatever.
Boss, huh?
Yeah.
Interesting. Oh, that's right. I did fight this thing once. I think I remember.
And you see, I employed a strategy that Strife didn't. After opening the door, I went back and killed all the creatures to refill my missiles.
Oh, yeah. I should have done that.
It's not really necessary. It's just I think you can kill them a little quicker with missiles. Technically, you can hurt them with bombs if you really want to, but you'll be taking a lot of damage doing it. And there I go, wasting 2 missiles before he's even vulnerable. That'd be the experienced player here, wasting his missiles.
Well, I attempted using some missiles to speed things up a bit. Shoot it in the face! Shoot it in the face!
Yeah.
Get over here. Die. Dang it, I'm running low on health. Okay.
I was gonna say, you about to die to the first little, first not boss.
First not boss. Well, at least it refills your health entirely.
Oh, yeah. Every boss gives you plenty of refills when you kill it. There's really no point in killing everything there. The boss just refilled you.
Missiles.
Oh, I still have enough health left. I got the missiles back when I killed them.
Oh.
So from here, do you want to go back into the into that first area and use the bombs to collect what we can from there, or do you just want to progress into Brent?
If there's nothing else to worry about collecting down there, then sure, might as well.
I mean, we will come back to it again later, but you know, I mean, it gives you an early advantage right off the bat. So it's up to you. Do you want to do that or go into Brinstar first?
Since we're trying to marathon this whole thing in one sitting, I'd like to wait until we go back there naturally.
All right, very well.
I'm checking up here real quick just to see.
Okay.
Oh, that does work.
Ah, neat. That's something I actually never tried.
I want to see.
I mean, I always kind of assumed that it would because those are the same kind of rocks that you blow up in other parts of the game.
I don't know what's beyond here at all.
Meridia.
I do see.
Actually, the wreck
That's
ship is
green. I don't think we possess anything to open that.
No, it takes super missiles to open green doors.
Okay.
I'm just going to practice my bomb jumps while you're goofing around and see if I can get a little bit better at a bomb jump. There we go! Got to hang a bomb jump again. Bomb jumping in this game, it takes a little bit of practice, and it's one of those advanced techniques that you don't really have to learn, but allows you to sequence break a lot of stuff.
Well, it looks like there's not really anything beyond there, so guess I'm running back.
Pew pew pew. Pew pew pew.
Here we go.
What the? Oh, there he is. Alright.
Well, since I now know that bombs work on these rocks.
Indeed.
Let's see what's beyond here.
This will be the path into Brinstar.
Oh, okay.
And the first energy tank.
An E-tank I'm definitely down for. In fact, I'm running down for.
And then we encounter our first actually tough pirates. Well, for this area anyway. That will block all your regular shots. If you actually want to kill them, use the missiles.
Gotcha.
Luckily, they tend to drop missiles also, so...
Tend to.
Yeah. Like, after every 2 missiles, they start dropping missiles. Well, if your life is full, or if your energy is full, I mean, they do. Alright, now that pink door leads into what you call it, Turian, which is where Mother Brain is. So that's actually the final area of the game.
Oh, then I don't want to go there yet.
No.
Alright.
And you can't destroy the metal gamers yet. I think those are gamers, I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, and shooting that will just spawn a bunch of little annoying hoppy
and it shakes
enemies.
the whole screen.
Yeah, so don't shoot those. I mean, yeah, if you want to farm refills or whatever, those are okay for that. But you need to be able to destroy a lot of little guys too.
Okay, well, let's see what's down here.